Hi everyone, and actually in the previous video, what we did was Huffman coding only, but we did a very simple example, and my intention behind that example was that once we should just know that how this coding algorithm works, right? So that you don't just focus on other things. So here in the Huffman coding, this example, this is a bit complex example, not very complex, it's very easy, but just a bit higher level than the example we did in the previous video. And here I'll be even telling you about some more concepts, like here when you used to do source reduction, right? So one thing which I didn't tell you there, because in that video my intention was just to make you clear what the coding mechanism is, that in every column, if you see, right, the sum of probabilities must be equal to 1. Like for example, if you see 0.56 plus 0.44, sum of these two should be 1. Sum of all these, again, it should be 1. So this is something which is quite obvious also, but this is something you should keep in mind, so that when you try to add the probabilities, then this is not a mistake which we do, right? So this is one example, a kind of a real example which is more close to what we actually do. So this is a 5 cross 5 image given to me, right? So this is how we'll be doing it practically. Now, if this is my 5 cross 5 image, then these are the intensity values given over here, right? So if you just quite observe it, and you'll just see that we have intensity values ranging from 0 to 7 also. We have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. This is what is given to me. This is the only thing given to me, and we are just said that okay, apply Huffman coding and try to compress your image, right? So what I'm going to do is, again, I'll capture all my symbols: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are the symbols. So now I'll note the frequency, that is how many times 0 appear, how many times 1 appear. So here I have written the frequencies. Now how will I find the probability? Is frequency divided by image size, and image size is 5 cross 5, which is 25. So here I wrote the probabilities. Now for the Huffman coding, what we are supposed to do is, yeah, what we have to do is that we have to arrange these probabilities in a sorted manner. And how in a sorted manner? In a decreasing order. So that is what I did over here. This arrange them in the decreasing order. So that is how my symbol is 3, 1, 2, 4, 7, 0, 5, 6. So I wrote the probabilities over here. I summed up last two, right? Just don't focus over here. Just go step by step as I say. So add just these two. This is going to give me 0.16. So this is how it will come in the sorted order. Again, we'll add these last two, and it is going to be 0.20. So this is the method we are just doing, same as we did in the previous video. So add these two from the last, and then we are going to get 0.24. Again, you have to maintain the sorted list in every possible iteration, right? So these are the iterations, these are the steps I'm performing in source reduction. Add the last two, this is what you get. Add the last two, this is what you get. Add the last two, and this is what you get. So what is difference between this example and the previous example? You will just get to know in a minute. So I coded this as 0 and I coded this as 1. Now what we say is, okay, that backtrack. I did backtrack, or let's just call it, don't call it backtrack, call it back assignment. So I added 0 over here, 0 over here, because it came from 0.56 whose code is 0. So I did 0 over here, 0 over here. Now append 0 here and 1 here. Now after I did it, now what I say is that okay, I have to backtrack or back assign from here. But wait, generally what we did in the previous example, if you just see over here, was we tried to backtrack, and we already had the code for this when we go for back assignment. But this is not the case which happens every time, right? So here we have 0.44. Now we need to see, do we have code of 0.44 in the next iteration, right? Is it so? Let's just see, where is this 0.44? This 0.44 is here. So it's having code 1. So here I'll write the code 1. This is the basic difference which was there in the previous example and this example, that in the previous example, we didn't have some situation like this, right? here we have this situation. So this is also, if your concept is clear related to Huffman coding, definitely this was also not a challenge for you. But this is a point where some people just stop themselves and think that, wait, now from where I should backtrack or back assign. So it's also simple, right? We have to just see where is this 0.44. So this is 1. So now I'll again back do the back assignment. So I'll just write 1 over here, 1 over here, append 0 here and 1 here. Now, I would suggest that write the codes for every probabilities as you move on, because it will be easier for you in the end, right? It won't be confusion. Now, if you just see these two were here, so that's why append 0 over here and 1 over here. So what about this 0.32 and 0.24? You can copy the probabilities from here, right? Also, sorry, the codes from here. 0.32 has a code 00 and 0.24 has 01. So that is what I wrote over here. Now, again, now in as it was in previous example, we were doing the back assignment from here only. So it was easy for us. But here we are doing back assignment from here. Let's just move on to here. We have 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. We append a 0 over here and then we append 1 over here. Rest is all cool. So now this is what we are left with. Now we'll just make the assignment to these codes as well. So if you just see over here, this is this thing. So means last three things are these three, right? So 0.24 is 01, which comes from here. Next 0.24 is 10, which comes from here. And next is 0.20, which is 11, which comes from here, right? So this is how you have to see. You have to take a very careful look at, like, there are 2.24s present. You have to very carefully see that, okay, this 0.24 is this 0.24 or this 0.24, right? But definitely if you just look into the iterations, these two added up to form here, which means all of this sequence was shifted like this, right? So this 0.24 should be this 0.24. So this has code 01. We had the code 01. This 0.24 is 10. So this is right. So this is how the correspondence you are supposed to draw. Okay, now let's just again backtrack or do the back assignment. So this is 1010. I appended 0 over here. I appended 1 over here. And then later on, what we are supposed to do is we are just supposed to write the codes. Like for 0.24, this is gonna be 01, right? For 0.20, it's gonna be 11. This is again 0.16 is 000, 0.16 is 001, and that's how you can just proceed backwards. So now I hope that you now know that how these things work on, and you can pause the video and do the complete example all by yourself. But if you want explanation for every number, just wait a minute, right? I'll explain every number. So this 0.24 comes from here. So that's why it's have 0, 1. So next is 0.20, which is this thing. So code is 11. I copied 11 over here. Next is 0.16, which comes from here. So code is 000. I copied it. Next is 0.16, which comes from here, which is 001. This is how I calculated for this thing. Again, do the back assignment. 1, 1, 1, 1, append 0, append 1. And then this 0.24 comes from here, so code will be 01. This is 0.16, which comes from here, which is 000. Then we have again 0.16, which comes from here, so code is 011. I copied it over here. Next is 0.12, the code is 100. This comes from here. And next is again 0.12, which comes from here, so code is 101. I copied it over here. Now let's again do the back assignment. This is 001, 001, append 0 over here and append 1 over here. So after we did it, now we'll just see this 0.24 comes from here, so assign the code 01. This 0.16 comes from here, assign the code 000. This 0.12 comes from here, right? Why? Because after adding this came over here. So technically this 0.12 is this 0.12, right? Not technically, this is this 0.12. This is code is 100. It is 100, like that is 100. For 0.12, 101, which comes from here. then 0.12110 which comes from here, and then 0.08 which comes from here. So this is how we found the code for everyone. For the three, this is, if this is my symbol, my code is 01. For 1, my code is 000. For 2, my code is 100. For 4, my code is 101. 7 is 110. For 0, this is 111. For 5, this is 0010. For 6, this is 0011. Now, I would like to insist you that for this example, what you should do is that try to find the L average, try to find the entropy, see the redundancy, what are the minimum number of bits. So try all these permutations and combinations and just see that how beautiful this algorithm works and how it is able to compress the redundant data. So till then, happy learning and have a great day. Thank you so much.